What's going on, fellow ghost gamer heads, anime nerds, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Raven37 Actual. Hold on one second. It's a little bit better. It's your boy Raven37 Actual, aka Raven37 Act Fool. That's 2 zeros, not O's, aka Mr. O Miles in the chat, aka Raven. And tonight I'm back with another doubleheader, and it's a special doubleheader. Shout out to DusCostea. You pointed out the obvious that I could have made last night's video of Ren and Chris Webby doubleheader. Apologies. I plan these videos about turn Canadian there for a second. I plan these videos out about like 2 hours in advance before I start recording, and so I picked the Ren and Chris Webby song, and I decided to go with Dexter and the Moon Rocks. And it wasn't until right before I was about to start recording that I saw the notification that they did the 5 additional drops. So, yep, apologies, but it just gives us a chance to look at End of the World again because I really did enjoy that song. So we're going to take another listen to End of the World tonight. And for those of y'all that are new to the channel, this is your first time watching, typically what we do here is I listen to 2 songs and I offer my commentary on relatable elements within the music, whether it be chemistry, harmony, lyrics, anything like that. And I also try to draw a theme or a juxtaposition between the 2 songs that we review. So if that sounds like your kind of vibe, definitely recommend you hang around and check out the music with us. We got a dope community full of really supportive people. Shout out to all you guys. And first tonight, I think I want to take a look at Lunatic Lullaby. Why? Because it's a real first listen. Excuse me, but yeah, it's a real first listen, and yeah, big shouts out to all you guys who get to tune into the actual like release parties where you get to see all the renegades and stuff that you've seen in other comments, other videos, reactors, and stuff like that. And I really, really wish I could be a part of that, but at the same time, I really want to give you guys genuine first time reactions when I look at these videos, so that prevents me from watching them beforehand. So I just mark them to my watch later playlist, and I set a time, and we get it done. But that being said, we're gonna go ahead and dive into Lunatic Lullaby because I'm actually excited and I want to get back around the End of the World, see if there's anything more that I pick up from that video, because that video had me thinking about it long after I stopped recording. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at Lunatic Lullaby. But as I like to say, if you took the time to watch this video or any time of my other videos, I really, really appreciate you. And hopefully, you stick around and become part of the outfit. But for now, let's go ahead and dive into Impatient Ren and Chris Webby Lunatic Lullaby. Let's get it. I'm excited. I felt like this might be a baby in the womb. I wasn't sure though. can't tell if this is an intro. I mean, we're 2 minutes in, and I haven't heard any lyrics yet. But at the same time, this is it's specifically reminiscent of what I've talked about in previous videos when we've listened to Romaine Caesar. Because a lot of his songs are just him playing the guitar without any without any lyrics to accompany it. And I've said on several occasions that the music he plays often tells a story without him having to say anything. And this, I feel like this ballady sort of guitar solo is in that same vein of telling a story. It's very chaotic with the reverb and the off key notes and the rails and things and the bended notes and things of that nature. And it's also the visual of, you can see the umbilical cord, you can see the little baby hands, you can see what, assumedly, I don't know if a baby would be opening their eyes that early in the womb, but if you were to open your eyes, I would assume it would look something like that. But so I mean, we know that people often play music for babies when they're inside the womb to like influence their brains and stuff like that. So it just makes me think this is sort of the tale, or maybe not the tale, but it's an example of the perception of how music can inform growth. I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see if it has any lyrics though. We're gonna go back a little bit because I got so distracted by the guitar solo. We got 2 minutes into the song and I didn't even realize. So we're gonna go back a little bit. And I was yapping for a fuck long time.
I remember swinging like a pendulum by my umbilical cord. The surgeon held me up proudly like a prized fish, and all I could think was put me back. Put me back. To be violently ejected from the safety of the womb into this Tartarian nightmare felt cruel. I looked up at my mother, once my home, and now the orchestrator of my exile, and I felt deserted. I'd feel this feeling again, with everyone that I'd ever loved.
That's really powerful. Because the fear of abandonment does originate from childhood. It may not. I mean, I specifically don't even think I could remember my own birth when I was like 4 years old, but there is that fear of abandonment when you're a child. Me specifically, I lost my father at 11. Up until that point, he was everything in my life. He was my coach in every single sport I played. He showed up to all the events, and when things weren't too good at me and my mom's house because they were separated, I go hang out with him, and we go fishing or go swimming or just play basketball or some shit like that. So losing him, it definitely affected my relationship with every single other person in my life that I've cared about, because it's that fear of, well, I really cherish this person. What if I lose him? So that was, to me, that was a really powerful line. And I'm glad. I would just like to say with this. Hold on, let me stretch right quick, cause I'm finna reach. All right. So what we saw was in the beginning of the video was we saw the baby inside the womb, and we heard this chaotic music and everything going off at a very erratic pace, and it was very jarring, especially being from the perspective of the baby or the newborn or the soon to be newborn. And I think that is like, suppose the music is representative of the chaotic nature and abruptness of childbirth, to what it would be like to a child to have your world, which is just this cocoon of safety, to suddenly reject you, evict you pretty much, and be like, okay, now somebody has to take care of you or you'll die. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a jarring sort of realization to come to. And as I said in previous videos, man, none of us chose to be born. So when we popped out, to us, it was a surprise to all of us. Not to the doctors, not to the people who was doing the baby showers and shit like that, but to us, that shit was 100% a surprise. We were not prepared because we all came out crying. But no, I joke, but on a more serious nature, the fear of abandonment does originate from youth, whether it be from memories such as this or from memories such as the one I, related to the song about my father. But it does force me. Well, I'm not gonna say force me, but I feel obligated to set up mechanisms to prepare my safety in the eventuality that something I cherish is, I have to relinquish it at some point. So fear of abandonment is real. So the lyrics are real. We're gonna go back and listen to it from the baby being born.
And all I could think was put me back.
Yep.
Put me back. To be violently ejected from the safety of the womb into this Tartarian nightmare felt cruel. I looked up at my mother, once my home, and now the orchestrator of my exile, and I felt deserted. I'd feel this feeling again, with everyone that I'd ever loved. I remember summoning a burst of air from my diaphragm, and it ripped through the tightly strung fibers of my vocal cords, and I made a terribly repugnant sound. A giant ugly gloved hand hoisted my tiny writhing body onto a sterilized surface and began hacking at my umbilical cord with a stainless steel scalpel. Who were these barbarians that would sever me from my one avenue of nourishment? I was passed back to my mother, and she looked down at me, and she smiled. How can you smile at a time like this? What is this world? I quickly realized that I did not belong here. The one thing that brought solace, that brought peace, was the rhythmic beat emanating from my mother's heart monitor. I remember it clearly now. It beat like a metronome. Steady. Rhythmically. And all of a sudden, I could hear music. Yeah, I could hear music. And in that music, I could hear the heartbeat of the universe. Primal, connected, formless yet with form. Empty spaces filled with bursts of matter. And I was enamored. I was in awe. I was at the altar of gods. I knew I had to pursue this feeling every day, or I would surely die.
Just like I said earlier in the video. Wow. What a thick piece that was. Um, the one thing I can take away from the video is the feeling of betrayal. And that is a common theme in a lot of songs, whether we're talking about Screech's Tale, when Patrick wouldn't open the door and it was theorized that maybe Patrick was hanging out with Screech's girlfriend, or Vincent's Tale with Vincent feeling betrayed by his entire country, or Instigators, where, you know, it was very much a tale of caution about how record labels and stuff will betray you. Betrayal is very much, even the asylum parts of this, uh where Ren was in the asylum on Vince's Tale, is very much Sick Boy, talking about how the psychiatric system betrays us and just, it doesn't create cures, it creates customers, because they want you to keep coming back and buying their fucking medicine. They get you addicted and you end up dying from it. So yeah, the sense of betrayal, it starts from birth, and it's ingrained in us. And it's from things that are, as they say, from the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. Like he said, people sitting around smiling at me. Y'all just ripped me from my home. What y'all smiling about? What is there to celebrate? It's confusing. It's a confusing sort of perspective to sort of have to consolidate within yourself, especially coming from the eyes of a not know nothing child that was just, ripped from its home and thrust into this unforgiving world. And speaking of unforgiving world, like I said in my previous video, the reason why I'm so concerned about this fucking unforgiving world is not because of me. I was raised in shit. I drank from the water hose. Not, I was raised in shit. I was raised in bullshit. I grew up hood adjacent. I drank from the water hose. We stayed out till the street lights started buzzing. Then we ran our fast asses home before we got an ass whooping. Some of us were latchkey kids. We had to babysit ourselves a lot of the time. We learned how to cook through trial and error method. So it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different. But as a child, the fear of abandonment was instilled in me regardless, because like I said, as I lost my father at a very young age, and the one thing I felt as though it was this anger, and at first it was at him, but once I found out he had passed, I couldn't be angry at him, and so I was angry at, because I was calling myself religious at the time, I was angry at God, because I was like, how could you let this happen and have him leave me all alone and stuff like that. And so it shaped the relationships that I had going forward in the future, and without a doubt. And like I said, I just hope that we can leave a world for our kids where the fear of abandonment doesn't shape their lives the way that it has for so many of us millennials and Gen Xers and things of that nature. Those kids who were like live and live sort of by their parents when they were younger. But yeah, definitely a poignant video. You guys let me know what you thought of Lunatic Lullaby down in the comments, and also let me know what you thought of my analysis. I appreciate you guys' feedback no matter what it is. As long as it's not like, over the line insulting, I'm happy to respond and debate about anything. But yeah, with that being said, I thought it was a brilliant piece. The music told a story at the beginning of the song so much that it did not need lyrics. And then once the lyrics came in, they were poignant, they were hard hitting, they were harsh, they were attention grabbing, and they meant something. But I really enjoyed the song. I get it 8.5 out of 10, just because I would have liked it to be longer. But Ren gonna give you what Ren gonna give you, and that's what it is. But with that being said, we're gonna proceed to our second video, which is a video we've already covered, but we're gonna take a look at it again because I fucking love this video. It's the end of the world, And it ties into what I was saying about, Lunatic Lullaby and the world that we're leaving for our kids, because like right now everybody is desensitized while the world is falling apart around them. But what happens to the people who inherit the world from the desensitized people while the world literally ran the shit around them and they just kind of sat there and watched? Is it begs the question, man. But without further ado, it's end of the world. Ren, Chris Webby, let's get it.
It's the end of the world. Everybody that you love's gonna die. Get up, buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble, shopping for some hope in the dust and the rubble, yeah. Wash your knees feet to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. Medication corporation TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream. And keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. And keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy. Here's right in the Senate, politicians are demanding cute collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up, hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much dumb potential gone waste.
I can't think of who said it. Somebody, if you do know, let me know down in the comments. But there was, I believe, a famous inventor that said mankind's grasp it mankind's grasp is further than its or mankind's reach is further than its grasp. I believe it is. And basically that means we always playing with shit that we don't quite fucking understand. Things like AI and things of that nature. And it's the death of the human race by 1,000 cuts. Because you think about, like, when you go to a Walmart now, how many registers are actually operated by people? Those are all jobs that could be filled by human beings, but slowly but surely AI is phasing out everything. I mean, I'm sure even editors that make YouTube thumbnails and shit are probably losing business just because AI does that for a lot of YouTubers now. You see a lot of AI generated thumbnails. And you have to put a disclaimer in your video if you use AI generated content. You know what I mean? Like, AI is becoming a real force that I soon believe will have to be reckoned with in one way or another, or else it's going to decide that it knows better than we do. We're giving AI way too much information about ourselves, about the individuals and us as a whole. That's just my opinion. But he said sit down and watch the news on your TV screens and watch the corrosion of the American dream. It's the fear and the politicking and the this side versus that side, us versus them. As long as it's a us versus them, then there's somebody to blame for the bad shit that goes on in your life. You don't have to blame yourself. I tend to have a more nuanced approach when it comes to deciding who is with me and who's against me. Like I've said in previous videos, some people in your circle ain't in your corner, and that I know. But I also do know that there are people out there that are trying, just like I go out. I wake up every day and try my best to be better, do better, in whatever aspect. But with that being said, the world is just in a really scary place right now. And like they said it way better than I could. And I'm going to go back a little bit because I've been yapping for a long time. But yeah, just pesticides and all the food. We got the cyclospora and the lettuce. And in our community, our humankind is so community, as a community, is so brain dead. We got some people intentionally eating the lettuce to try to get the stomach bug, to try to lose 25 pounds. Don't make no damn sense. That shit is crazy. But this is the world that we live in, and I think this video encapsulates that perfectly, because there's so much outlandish shit that happens in this video, like the chick hooking up with Bigfoot and the Gundam dancing around playing the guitar at the end, that we just overlook it because we're so desensitized to just the most outrageous shit. Sorry about the long rant. Had to make it transformative. Let's go.
Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up. Hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much darn potential gone waste. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas. And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. And keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse. I know AI's got us in that scope. And when they choose a term,
it does feel like we're on a full sprint towards apocalypse. Whether it's man-made or no matter what, it's gonna be man-made, because we're just fucking with too much shit. But yeah, this scene, it can be distracting visually, but I was actually listening to like the lyrics and the microplastics in the foods is definitely or what does organic even fucking mean anymore? I don't know, bro.
Plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. And keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse. I know AI's got us in that scope. And when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost and they monetize hope. While they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help from the Vatican. When they're not busy with the kids, they be trafficking. Allegedly, go and get another jab again, and just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up. Hey, hey, it's the end of days. Nothing left that we could say. 'Cause it looks like we're fucked either way.
Hey, 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 hey. What the hell? Oh shit. I like how the song is playing. It's just like the house party, the house music version of Welcome to the End of the Days. That's funny as shit.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
I can't remember who said it, Stu or Dust, but shout out to the kazoo solos and songs. We need more of these. Fuck that shit. We're going back.
Come on, welcome to the end of the world. Fuck. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
That was a really slick line. He said, don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel okay, so it's fine. Like, that's most people, like, who can't afford health insurance. And so they're like, you know, as long as I'm straight, then I'm not going to go see a doctor, which ends up causing major, major problems in the long run. That was a very smooth line.
It's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. One more time. Nah. Or not.
Mm-hmm. Frankie Fire and Rook. Yeah, introspectively, yes, the song definitely hit just as hard the first time I listened to it. Like I don't know, it's just something about that song that resonates with me on a very deep level because, like I said, it's not about me. It's about like what because the song is "Welcome to the End of Days," so that means that shit is happening now. So like, what about the future? I know, you know, being my age, the future isn't as much of a concern as it used to be for me, but it is for, you know, the prospective future of my kids and stuff like that. And with that being said, I do feel like betrayal is sort of the running theme that I saw between the two songs. One is on one hand, it's the sense of betrayal and abandonment uh that is ingrained in us from, you know, an early age, whether it be from remembering your own birth or a loss of someone cherished or something like that that occurred to you when you're really young. It sort of forms and shapes your relationships throughout your life. And then the second song is just the humankind's betrayal of the one thing that we have that sustains us all. And how we kind of just sit by in complicity and watch it happen. Both songs extremely thought provoking, and I definitely enjoyed listening. The guitar solo at the beginning of the Lunatic Lullaby was fucking epic. Like that was legendary. And like I said, I really felt like it told a story similar to how Romain does with his guitar solo music. But yeah, I get that I guess that about wraps up my interpretation of the songs. I had a blast reacting to these songs. We got two more nights of this. We got 4 more songs to cover, so 2 nights per song, 2 songs per words, 2 songs per night, and we'll be checking out at Scorchio's request. We're going to be checking out. Let me make sure I get this right. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. We're going to be checking out Dr. Myers and I believe Mason jars. Didn't you recommend Mason jars or something like that? I'm gonna go back and look at the comment. But the ones you recommended, we checking out tomorrow. Scorpio, shout out to you. Shout out to all you guys. And I really mean this, you know. As long as you guys fucking with me, man, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Some of the music I pick may not resonate with everybody, and that's fine, you know. But I do like sharing those pieces of me with you guys, just so you guys can kind of get a well-rounded experience. And like I said, I like to be my genuine self on my genuine channel. So That's just part of it. So those of y'all that stick it out and come hang out with me while I explore different veins and new avenues, big shouts out to all you guys. Y'all know who you are. But that being said, if it's your first time watching the video and you enjoy the content for whatever reason, I definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell turned on so you know the next time I drop another video or go live. But for now, y'all already know. I'm gonna wish all you guys a safe, happy, healthy morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're seeing this. Make sure you let me know what you thought of the video down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, then click on one of these videos over here and spend some more time with your boy. But for now, you guys stay safe, stay frosty. I catch y'all on the flip side. Till next time, Actual out.